Hey everybody, how you doing? Bam, bam, bam. I just wanted to kind of share something that God did the other day. It's been a lot of good things going on before Jesus culture and after. We can really feel the momentum, especially out there as we go on the streets and pray for people and really share His love with everyone out there. So on Wednesday, it was my birthday. Woohoo! The Dirty 30. So me and Tom Strinning and Dan Petrini and a teenager, I think her name was Megan, we all went out to the canal and Roosevelt area roughly. It's where the Pacific Garden Mission is in the city of Chicago, and it's a lot of homeless people around there, so we got to pray with a lot of people and really just share the love of God, and saw a guy's knee get touched and back, and just really encourage people with prophetic words. And so, a la Dan Petrini, I decided to ask God for something for my birthday, and I wanted to see a blind eye open. So we had been down there for about an hour, and it was actually time to leave. So in that case, I was like, all right, let's go. We started walking back to the car. We were just in front of a Dominick's, and we walked by an older lady who was sitting outside eating her lunch, and she looked like she was homeless, but so she had a cart with a little rat terrier dog in it, and so I saw that she had an eye patch on. I was like, what happened to your eye? And she said she got in some kind of accident, and she hasn't been able to see out of it since. And so when you actually look at the eye, it's stuck all the way. It was her right eye, and it's stuck all the way to the right, where the pupil is actually looking to the right. So I asked her if it was alright if we prayed for her, and she was completely open. She was like, yeah, sure. So I put my hand on her eye, I put my thumb on her eye, and my index finger on her temple, and just commanded sight to come back into her eye for it to be healed. And she said nothing happened after I prayed the first time. So I was like, well, I believe that when we pray, something happens. So is it alright if I pray for you again? She's like, yeah, no problem. So I prayed for her again, and this time I could feel electricity going from my thumb and my finger into her eye, and her eye was like moving around inside and stuff. So after I stopped praying, I asked her how did it feel. She was like, whoa. She was like, I can actually see. I could see colors, I could see shape and definition. So she said it was about 50% better. So I was like, wow, all right, Jesus, come on. So I said, all right, I just want to pray one more time, because I believe that Jesus wants to do it the whole way. So I prayed one more time, and the same thing. I felt the electricity and going through my fingers, and then her eye was moving around. And after I took my fingers off of her eye, asked her how she looked, her eyes were completely straightened. So the one that was stuck, that I was praying for, was completely straight. Both of her eyes, she had beautiful blue eyes. They were just like, both looking, in the same direction. I was like, how does your eye feel? She was like, better. She was like, much better. So we just started to, we just started celebrating Jesus, because it was like an amazing miracle, something that I haven't seen before. She mentioned that she had been to a church and had it prayed for previously, but it was still in the same in the state. But Jesus just completely touched her, and it was something that was very simple as stopping and asking the lady with an eye patch on, can I pray for you? And her eye was completely straightened up. She received all of her sight back, so all the glory and honor goes to Jesus. And some amazing things going on in the Chicago area. God's heart, His love is completely turned here, and we only look forward to the more of His glory and His presence and His love being poured out here. Holla!